Alrighty. Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Antoinette. I'll be representing Spokane today for the fire weather briefing. And Dana, oh, sorry. I don't know what I clicked. There we go. And Dana will be representing Seattle. I just wanted to give the quick disclosure. This meeting is being recorded. By joining and participating in this session, consent is being given to the recording. Please keep cameras off per the NOAA Privacy Act statement. Alrighty. So the first thing I wanted to mention is just go over the current satellite imagery. You can definitely see that we have that ridge over us, and temperatures are going to be warmer than normal today. So definitely going to be seeing warmer temperatures, but you can also see that there kind of is that low pressure system sitting right off the coast of Alaska, and a little bit of a low sitting kind of off the Canadian coast as well. And so that will contribute to a cold front passage later in the week. And it will give us some gusty winds that we'll talk about, and it'll give Seattle a little bit, it'll give Seattle some precipitation that Dana will go over as well. So I will let Dana go over. Do you want to cover anything regarding the fire weather summary?
Yeah, not much on this side. We've come off of yesterday's elevated to almost critical fire weather conditions. And everything looks good for the rest of the week. And we'll talk about the possibility of wetting rains later Saturday into Sunday, later in this presentation.
Alrighty, sounds good. So for Wednesday through Friday, it's just going to be warm and dry. Relative humidities are going to be lowering, and temperatures will be warmer than normal. However, with that cold front passage over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, it will be warm and dry and breezy, and I'll kind of get into what we're expecting in terms of wind gusts and everything like that in just a minute. There is a little bit, there are a few chances of rain, but not in the areas that are going to be seeing some wind. And then on Monday, it will be dry and breezy, but it won't be elevated in terms of impacts. And Tuesday, it will be warm and dry. So that is really it. Here is that wind and relative humidity. This is for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for us. Sunday will be the day with the highest wind gusts, and they will be wind gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour in the afternoon. On Saturday and Monday, those wind gusts will be kind of 10 to 15, maybe 15 to 20 in some isolated areas. So alongside relative humidities in the 20%, could have some elevated fire weather conditions. One thing I did want to mention is that over the weekend, there is a small chance for precipitation along kind of the northern mountains and maybe in some of the northern Cascades areas, but not really any precipitation expected, or rather no wetting rain expected in the areas that are covered by that elevated yellow shading. One thing that I did want to mention is that there is that hot, dry, windy index. This is for the Moses Lake area. So as you see, kind of getting into day 3 and 4, which is over the weekend, you start getting into that kind of above 95th percentile hot, dry, windy index. So that's definitely something that we're going to be focusing on. Hopefully, we might get some rain to bring those relative humidities up, but still something that we are going to be focusing on. I believe that's it. Yes. Alrighty. Going to the weather, the main thing that I wanted to show are these are the Saturday peak wind gusts. And so for many areas, you kind of have a 15 to 20% chance. Some areas will be a little more, elevated, like Omak and Moses Lake. And then I am going to go to day 5 for wind. And so Sunday, as I was talking about, this is going to be our day for peak winds in terms of wind gusts. And so we're seeing those westerly winds up to 25 miles an hour throughout a lot of the area. And then again, we'll look at winds on Monday, not as strong, but gusts up to 10 to 15 miles an hour. And with those relative humidities, just to go over those days, relative humidities are going to be below 30, which is good because usually once we start getting into the low 20s and kind of into the high teens is when we really start worrying. But just because of the fact that the fuels are dry, that is something that we will want to look out for. And on the QPF, I know that Dana would like to talk about 48 hours, day 4 to 5. Dana?
Yeah, as we get into the weekend, it looks like later Saturday into Sunday, we have a chance for some wetting rains, especially along the coast and in the north and maybe the central Washington Cascades. The models have been oscillating on just how much rain we're going to get, but they seem to be narrowing down on the timing of being later Saturday into Sunday at this point. That's all.
Alrighty, thank you. And just to focus on the stuff that OTX might be getting, a lot of that rain will be confined to the northeast section of Washington and the Idaho Panhandle, which aren't any of the areas that are in that elevated graphic that I showed you before. And for trends, alrighty, here is Fire Training Academy.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I just wanted to show we can see the minimum RH values today, much higher than yesterday. Yesterday we were down around 30. Today we're up around 50. That's an indication that we did get a little bit of a marine push in here. High temperatures also much cooler than yesterday, where the training academy got up into the mid and upper 80s. And today we're only looking for mid 70s. So we have switched from the offshore flow pattern of yesterday to a more onshore flow pattern. And you can see through the rest of the week where our warm days are over. And we're going to be trending with temperatures towards normal and certainly no significant dry spells.
Alrighty.
And up here at Marble Mound, a little farther north, but same scenario, cooler temperatures, much better on the minimum RH values this afternoon. Yesterday, we were down around 30% again. Today, we're looking at mid 40s. And again, the temperatures will be trending cooler for yesterday and no real warm weather for the rest of the week.
Alrighty, thank you. Let's see. The trends that I wanted to cover are Nespulum. So as you can see, kind of getting into today, we have high temperatures in the high 80s, and those low relative humidities in the 23% range are going to continue. So they'll stay kind of in the low 20s through the weekend. And then starting on Sunday, we will start getting back down into the high 70s. So that is Nespulum. I am going to go over to Hoodoo to represent our Idaho Panhandle. And again, can really see that those relative humidities and temperatures are pretty high, and relative humidities are dipping down into the low to mid 20s, and they stay like that. On Thursday or tomorrow, they do get down to 20. And so that's when we start kind of really looking at things and we're a little more concerned. So definitely going to be seeing warm and dry conditions through the week. And then kind of on Sunday, again, that's when you start seeing a little bit of improvement in recoveries. Alrighty, and here is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. So a lot of Washington is in that near normal. However, there is a 33 to 40% chance that we are going to be below normal in terms of temperatures. For precipitation, which is on the right side, as those greens get darker, the probabilities get higher. So that lightest green is 33 to 40%. As such, in Washington, we have a 50 to 60% chance of above normal precipitation. And in Western Washington, there is a 60 to 70% chance of above normal precipitation. So some pretty high signals for precipitation through September 24th through 30th. Alrighty. Oh, Dana, do you have anything you'd like to mention?
No, you covered it. It looks like we're trending into a more cooler and wetter pattern as we end the month.
Alrighty, and with that, that is the end of the briefing. As always, you can find our briefings on the Spokane Fire dashboard, and if you put your phone on that QR code, you can find our briefings there as well. I am going to end the recording.